Subscription Pricing Guide Part 3, should you add subscription pricing to your menu and how can you make your addition successful? So in the Subscription Pricing Guide Part 2, the last part, we discussed how to analyze your current profits, average revenue per client, strategic value, and client roster size. And we also gave you a free calculator so you can see how a subscription pricing option could help you achieve your cash flow goals. In Part 3, we'll discuss what makes subscription pricing fail and what makes it successful. You'll know what to avoid and what to execute on if you decide to add a subscription pricing option to your menu. So let's dive in with what causes subscription pricing to fail. Regardless of where your practice is geographically or how large your client roster size is, subscription pricing packages fail for the same main reasons, and we're going to give you those reasons here. If you can identify the reason why your pricing packages may fail, this will act as a final gut check for you to be able to see if having a subscription option will be right for you and your firm. Understanding the failings will also give you a powerful key to success, because once you eliminate everything that could cause your pricing packages to fail, the only option left is success. And so it's also going to clarify how to make it work. So the first reason why we see subscription package pricings fail is your pricing packages focused on the wrong value. You're offering packages based solely on low value compliance work. You're not really defining what the client wants before enrolling them into a package, or firms tie the package value to the owner of the firm personally instead of tying the package value to a defined process that's going to help the client achieve their objectives regardless who in the practice is helping them. So bottom line with this failing is if you don't tie your packages to helping clients achieve the things that they really care about the most, then they're not going to be interested in paying you monthly. The second thing that we see that causes packages to fail is the specific price points of your packages are unrealistic. So you're not balancing the affordable level fee with that required margin that you need to make to ensure you're presenting the right price to each client. Or you could be saying yes to every client instead of only the ones that are going to be profitable. Some clients want help, but we can't say yes to putting them on a subscription because they're just not willing to pay the fee level that you need as part of your subscription, or they just don't have enough going on in their situation where it would equal the value of help that they would want. Also, you may not believe that you deserve to get paid for your help. Even if you're new to offering strategic advice to clients, you can get training that will prepare you to be able to provide that help. And people in your practice right now need help now more than ever. So you deserve to get paid for helping them. Also, you need to make sure that pricing packages are not really based on what we call whales or unicorns. They need to be based on the real businesses and the real individuals that want your help year-round in a strategic relationship. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more later in this part. So the bottom line is the pricing for your packages must be optimized and focus on the right elements for each client that you enroll. And if you don't get the specific price points right, or they're tied to things that are unrealistic, then they're not going to work. The other thing that makes packages fail is there's no defined process to deliver the value the client signed up to receive. The client's enrolled in your monthly package for a reason. So firms need a process to follow that delivers the results the client signed up for. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's nothing new under the sun, as they say. There are basic strategies that work when it comes to helping clients strategically. You define their goals, you analyze key success indicators, you neutralize threats, and you work an action plan to help them get better results. So the key is to make sure that you don't overcomplicate your process so that you can make progress and focus on the things that matter inside of that specific client situation. So bottom line to this one, if you don't have a process to deliver the value tied to your packages, clients are going to churn. They're not going to want to continue to pay monthly. Then the last one is, and this is a big one, the rollout strategy to clients could be fundamentally flawed. If your pricing packages aren't working, that means the rollout strategy could be fundamentally flawed. Perhaps you're offering too many complicated pricing options that are confusing for you to explain. It's very difficult for clients to understand, and it's almost impossible for the firm to manage at scale. Or you could be trying to hard sell clients instead of simply educating them and allowing them to pick the right engagement level that they want, that works for them. You could be trying to roll out your packages to too many clients at once. You try to roll it out to a huge group of clients or all clients at once, and that doesn't work. You could try rolling out your packages without getting enough buy-in from your core staff. If you have staff, if you have employees, it's important to get buy-in from at least the core group that's going to help you with this process. Or you could be not taking advantage of the deadline times in our business and thinking that you can only educate clients at certain times of year. But the reality is all year you're either planting seeds with clients or you're harvesting those seeds, or you're getting ready to plant or you're getting ready to harvest. And so your rollout strategy needs to naturally align with all times of the year, whether it's busy time, whether it's quote unquote off season. Every single part of the year you're either planting or harvesting, and you need to make sure that your rollout is going to allow you to really take advantage of all times of year. So bottom line with this one, how you roll out and educate your clients about your packages will have a direct effect on your success or failure. So now that we looked at things that make packages fail, how can you make sure your subscription fees option is going to be successful? Well, plenty of people want to tell you should update your pricing, but they don't tell you what to do and in what order to make your pricing packages really work. And so that's the reason why we put together this whole guide. We've gathered data from helping over 1,000 firms in the last decade optimize their pricing. So here's exactly what the data shows you need to do step by step. A successful transition is going to happen using a simple 3-step process. First, you need to tie your subscription fees to strategic help, not just the traditional compliance work, and you need to have a process to deliver that help. Clients have questions in their financial lives. They have questions about taxes. They have questions right now about their business success. But the answer to their question is usually, well, it depends, right? It depends on what are the client's goals? What are their current roadblocks stopping them from achieving what they really want already? What other threats are there in their situation that they're not currently thinking about? What actions need to happen in what order and by whom to actually implement a solution that's going to solve a problem or deliver a specific result, not just give a quick answer to a quick question. And so if you base your year-round process around that simple progression of logic, that's going to allow you to deliver strategic help to any client in a very natural way. And you can get paid for your monthly help if you take clients through a specific process like that. Number 2, the second step, you need to make sure your fees are realistic and not just for whales or unicorns. Like we mentioned in the first part of this guide, the average monthly subscription price right now that we see for firms ranges from about $50 to $500 a month for individual clients, non-business owners, and about $100 to $5,000 a month for business clients, Schedule C clients, S Corps, C Corps, LLCs. Once you get above that $5,000 a month price point for a business, the small business owner rightfully should compare your subscription fees to hiring a full-time employee that can help him with these things, him or her. But the reason subscription pricing makes so much sense for most businesses and for many individuals is the value that they're receiving back from your firm is significantly higher than their monthly fee. So let's look at an example. Let's say I own a $250,000 annual revenue construction company. And by working with you on your subscription model, I could potentially pay $500 a month. And for that, I'm getting tax preparation, tax planning, accounting help, some payroll oversight and management, and most importantly, I'm getting CFO level strategies that help take all my data throughout the year, reapply it back to my business so I can get better results. Conversely, I couldn't even hire a part-time receptionist for $500 a month. So the value proposition of me paying $500 a month or $6,000 a year to you makes perfect sense because you're taking care of all those things for me. But now if that fee all of a sudden became $60,000 a year instead of $6,000, now that's probably not a reasonable cost for me based on the size of my business. And so the point is, there are businesses and some individuals out there that can afford and should pay multiple thousands every month for their subscription, but they're less prevalent compared to most Main Street businesses and wage earners in America. So your price should always match the value you're delivering, but you don't have to charge thousands of dollars every month to a client just to offer subscription pricing or strategic help. So we need to make sure that the pricing is realistic and based on the majority of clients that are going to need help in this country. Then the third step is you're going to roll out your subscription pricing packages to a controlled group. Don't try to make this entire transition for everybody at once overnight. Offering a subscription pricing option, it's not a light switch that you can just flip overnight and transition every client over to it. It should happen strategically, and it should happen at a controlled pace so you don't create chaos and you don't create more work than you have the capacity to handle. So start with just a small group of clients at a time. And when we say small, we recommend just 5. Then you can convert that group, educate them about the value they're receiving for their monthly fee, and ensure you have the systems and processes in place on the back end to really deliver that value. So what are the next steps? Well, after seeing what it takes to successfully add a subscription pricing option to your menu and the key components that make it work and not work, now you should have an idea if you need to update your pricing menu or if you're just better off sticking with what you have. Subscription pricing isn't for everyone. It's not going to fit every practice. But if it does fit your firm, the benefits can far outweigh any time, any work, or any investment needed to add it as an option to your pricing menu. And if you look at your current pricing and believe you should, in fact, add subscription pricing packages, follow those 3 steps that we outlined in this guide. They're going to naturally address all the things that could cause your subscription pricing to fail. And don't overcomplicate what needs to happen. Don't get hung up on the fail list of things that could cause it to fail. Just focus on the 3 things that you need to do to make it successful. If you would like a shortcut to adding subscription pricing to your pricing menu, you can use the SmartPath method to access pre-built pricing packages. So here are 2 recommendations for what to do next. Take our free mini course, How to Launch Pricing Packages That Work. You can link to it here in this post. And you can see step by step how to add a subscription pricing option in 6 short lessons. The second thing that you can do is schedule a call with us. If you're ready to get paid for your knowledge, you want to start generating automatic monthly recurring revenue inside of your practice, we can help you roll out pre-built pricing packages so you don't have to create them yourself. So that ends part 3 of this guide. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you in our next post.